Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna have a different kind of video. Most of the videos that I've posted so far have been all yoga related. But this week I wanted to do something a little different and wanting to add a little different flavor to the channel anyway, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do it. So today I'm just going to answer kind of like 5 questions about me or 5 facts about me so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And if you find that you have any other questions for me, you're welcome to drop them down in the comments down below, and maybe I can make another one of these videos sometime, or maybe I can reply to you guys and answer them too. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. So I just looked up some questions online, some common ones that a lot of YouTubers will answer. The first one is, where are you from? So I was originally from Virginia. Right now I'm living in Maryland. I grew up, sorry, there's a really loud truck passing by, but yeah, so I was originally from Virginia. I'm currently living in Maryland now. And I grew up in Virginia for about 22, 23 years, and I went to college there and everything. Grew up on a farm, really rural area, and I absolutely loved it. I really love going back to visit from time to time as well. It always feels like a nice vacation almost, and one day I hope to live on a farm myself, so keeping it in the family. And yeah, I moved up to Maryland a couple of years ago to finish my master's program, and I moved in with my fiance, who is now my husband, and we've been living together for about 2 years. Maybe eventually we'll make it back down to Virginia, but I'm not exactly sure on the timing of things quite yet. Okay, I think that covers the first question. And the second question was, what are some of my favorite hobbies? So some of my favorite things to do besides yoga are, I love like traveling and just exploring new places, whether it's just going to a new city that's close by or a new town, or taking a nice trip somewhere out of the country or somewhere across the United States. So Brian and I, if you didn't see our previous video, we have a trip planned to Costa Rica next year, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm hoping that before we do that, we're gonna get to do a little road trip up the East Coast, maybe all the way up to Maine this fall to see all the fall colors. So really excited. A couple other hobbies, I'm really into photography and arts and crafts and just a lot of creative expression. So I'm hoping to add some kind of creative DIY videos to the channel as well, so you can look forward to that if you're interested too. Yeah, but I think that's good for now. I'll go ahead and do the next question. So the next question was, what are some of your favorite foods? So I am just recently starting to get more into cooking, and I've actually been using the HelloFresh meals, if you guys have heard of that. I was never a big cook before. I would just eat whatever was available or whatever was in the refrigerator. But this year I've kind of wanted to get more on that track of like learning what I'm putting into the foods, because I've had some health problems with my digestion the last year or so, and really felt called to try to step up my game in the cooking area. But some of my favorite foods, I really love Mexican food, so rice and beans, tacos, quesadillas, stuff like that. I love avocados. I'll put avocado on absolutely anything pretty much. And mac and cheese is one of my all-time favorites as well. I'm trying to go gluten-free right now, so if you guys have any recommendations for a good gluten-free mac and cheese, please let me know down below. For the most part, I'm vegetarian, and I don't eat that much dairy besides the mac and cheese. And as I said, I'm trying to go gluten-free too. I'll occasionally eat some fish from time to time, but not very much, but that's just kind of what my body needs right now, and it's kind of always changing as well. But yeah, I think that covers that. So the next question was, what are some of my favorite books? So I'm a pretty avid reader. I've always loved to read since I was quite young. It was kind of always an escape for me from the world, just to kind of like open up a book and get lost in a story. I currently am reading a Nicholas Sparks book, so I do love him. And some of the more spiritual books that I have really loved are The Mastery of Love and The Four Agreements, and they're both by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it has, I think, maybe 4 or 5 books out, maybe more at this point, but those books really changed my life and my perspective on a lot of things. And I even find myself going back to read them again a second or third time, just to have that reminder. And also love The Alchemist by Paula Coelho, I think is how you say her name. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't think of all the books that I love right now. Also love mysteries and stuff like that. Really, I'm not super picky about the books I like. If it's well written, I will read it. I'm trying to think. Oh, Where the Crawdads Sing, that was a book I read recently. Well, actually, I listened to it on audiobook and it was excellent. And what was the other one? Oh, I'm currently listening to Daisy Jones and the Six on audiobook right now. Sometimes I commute back and forth from work quite a bit, so it's nice to have the audiobooks too. Yeah, but I think I'll leave it at those few right now. But if I find some new books I like later, I'll make an updated list of some of my favorites. I wanted to end with some of the things that inspire me most in the world. So number one would probably be my family. They're really, really important to me. My mom and dad have been such great role models. I also have a brother, and I've always looked up to him since I was quite young. He's a little bit older than I am. And I always look to, other yoga teachers for inspiration, movies. I look to nature as well. Nature has always been such a big teacher for me, just being able to spend time outside and, walk among the trees or go to the beach or spend time in the mountains. All of that can be so very refreshing. From time to time, I like to go on Pinterest and just look up some different inspirational quotes. I've always loved reading quotes that, that just resonate with you and they strike a chord with your heart. And I don't know, it's just something special about quotes sometimes. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but they're really important to me. But yeah, and if you're curious about any of my favorite quotes, maybe I can make another video or something about that some other time. But yeah, again, if you guys have any other questions for me, or if you enjoyed this video and you want me to make another one sometime, let me know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate your support as I'm trying to grow my channel. And hopefully I'll have another yoga video up in the next week or so. Brian and I are doing a partner yoga workshop this weekend. It's right around Valentine's Day, so maybe we can do a collaborative video together as well. But if you have any video ideas as far as yoga goes, let me know that too. And don't forget, try to remember one positive thing about your day, think about it, write it down, and work on changing your perspective, because it can do you just a world of good. So thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.